Welcome to this edition of the 700 Club. Still ahead, the mark of Zoro. Hear how Z got his signature name.
When I play the drums, I'm always grooving, and I'm grooving for the Lord.
And why this minister of groove said,
I am going to be celibate and abstinence.
He met Lenny Kravitz in the schoolyard, and the rest is history. Coming up, the amazing Zoro, the one with the sticks, not the sword. A family trip to Mexico, a souvenir hat, and Zoro the drummer was born. Recently in Music City, reporter Mia Evans picked up sticks with Z to find out where he gets his famous groove.
Has echoed around the world. Meet the man behind the rhythm, Zoro the drummer. He's rocked the stage with famous names like Lenny Kravitz. And during his stellar 20-year career, Zoro has toured with popular artists such as New Edition, Bobby Brown, Jody Watley, and Sean Lennon. But Z doesn't hang out in the shadow of celebrities. This bona fide rock star has made the cover of several music magazines. And he's consistently earned the title of Best R&B Drummer in the World. And in the fashion world, the mark of Zoro makes a bold statement. Check out the hat and that scarf. It's all thanks to his mother's influential design. But the greatest gift she ever gave her son was Jesus himself. That's why Zoro goes by another name, the Minister of Groove. So if you want to learn the art of groove, don't hesitate to ask.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable.
Okay.
I feel like something's missing.
What's missing?
Can you hold these for me just a second?
Yeah.
You inspire me, Zoro. And you inspire so many drummers. So as a tribute to you,
I am the hat man.
I am ready.
That's funky. See, already that makes you funkier.
And just like the legend, it seems Zoro has a secret identity.
So what's your real name?
Can't tell you.
Oh, come on.
We want to go deeper than that.
No, that's as deep as I want to go. What's your real name?
That's not important.
Zoro's mom came up with the famous nickname after a family trip to Mexico.
I just bought one of those souvenir hats at the bullfights and just kind of tacked it on my wall, and then she said, oh, you should wear that because you're kind of like the real Zoro. You always have a heart for the people and you want to do good. And, and I just kind of, oh, that's cool. And just kind of started wearing it, and then the rest was history.
Zoro grew up grooving to the Motown sound of the 60s. He started out banging on coffee cans and soon discovered percussion was his passion. Music eased his growing pains. Zoro was raised in Compton, California, one of America's toughest cities. His mom struggled to care for 7 children alone. Circumstances forced the family to move 30 times, but love kept them grounded.
I can't remember the exact age, but I think it was 6, 7, 8, at one of these vacation Bible school places. And you hear all the different sermons and stuff, and they said, do you want to give your life to Jesus? Man, I just felt the presence of God. I just went up there just bawling and weeping.
In high school, Zoro saved up enough money to buy a used drum set. He threw himself into music and found his purpose.
When I play the drums, I'm always grooving, and I'm grooving for the Lord.
He also found a few friends at another high school.
I was this little hurting kid who just wanted to be loved and needed attention and whatever. So I went to Beverly Hills High School with a ghetto blaster, big giant one at the time when they made them good, some drumsticks, a practice pad, and my pimped out yellow suit. Yeah, you can't miss Big Bird out on the campus, and cranking some Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I said, I'll just play the sticks here until someone comes up and talks to me.
And who came up and talked to you?
Well, the first kid that came up and talked to me was Kenny Gordy, and then Lenny Kravitz. Kenny was the son of Berry Gordy, owner of Motown, and Lenny was just this little kid, Lenny, but he took me under his wing, and he liked me, and he introduced me to everybody as his cousin.
With natural talent and determination, Zoro rose to the top of the music world, but it would be a long way down.
I love the Lord, but I was like many, many people, not fully surrendered and obeying him. And so I chose to marry someone that I didn't I never consulted God. I never asked God. I didn't have the wisdom to, and I thought, well, I don't want to ask because what if he says no?
After 2 years of marriage, Zoro rededicated his heart to Jesus and began tithing. His wife didn't fully support his commitment to Christ. As he drew closer to God, he and his wife drifted apart. His marriage failed. Soon after, an earthquake destroyed Zoro's home in LA. Though he was nearly broke, he continued tithing, and he became even more intent on following Jesus.
And then I made a vow to the Lord that I am going to be celibate and abstinence until you bring me the woman of God that you have for me. So I'm going to try to do it your way. I'm going to see if your word really is true, if I honor you and obey you.
God opened doors for Z, and his music career soared. Life on the road took Zoro around the world, including right here to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA. After the show, there was plenty of access to sex, drugs, and alcohol. But Zoro had a secret weapon to help him fight against temptation.
I went to my room and I read my Bible and I prayed and I read Christian books and I got on the phone with different men of God that would counsel me and say, you're going to do it, Z, you're going to make it. I held myself accountable.
Walking with Jesus has given Zoro true fulfillment. God has given him the one thing he'd been waiting for, a beautiful wife, and now 2 children. They're the kind of things fame and money just can't buy.
And it's like God, he wants to give you the whole kingdom. He has all these things for you, all these treasures for us, but he's just seeing if you'll give him your heart, if you'll trust him, and if you'll obey him when you hear him and not look at the circumstances and not look at everything that's falling apart, but just come to him and keep your heart pure and keep your heart right.
God has so many things that he wants to be to you, do in you, give to you. It's all right there in front of you. And the question is exactly what Zoro said. Are you willing to give him your heart? There was a point in his life where he said, I didn't really ask God what he thought or what he wanted me to do or whether he'd approve of what I was doing because I was afraid he might say no. You know what? I did the same thing. My life got so messed up that I had to get down to the bottom where all I could do was look up before I could say, Jesus, I need you.